In addition to its beautiful scenery and mild climate, Baguio City is well known for its haunting sites. Built in 1908, during the American colonial era as a training ground for Filipino educators, Teachers Camp is known as one of the most haunted locations in the city. It has become a hotbed for paranormal activity because of its dilapidated dorms, deserted classrooms, and creepy passageways. The spirit of the haunted. Over the years, both locals and visitors at Teachers Camp have documented a variety of paranormal activities. Among the most popular tales are the following. Disembodied voices and footsteps. Many people have reported hearing sounds, especially throughout the night, that seem to be whispering or talking in empty rooms. There are also frequent reports of footsteps echoing in the empty passageways. Particularly prevalent are these noises in the older dorms where professors used to reside. When doing their rounds, security officers have reported hearing footsteps behind them, but they have never seen anyone. The priest without a head. One of the most horrific ghosts rumoured to haunt Teachers Camp is a headless priest. This ghost is said to prowl the grounds at night, particularly in the vicinity of the chapel. The apparition is described by many who saw it as a towering figure, moving slowly across the campgrounds while dressed in clerical garb. According to some, the headless priest seems to be looking for something or someone before disappearing into the night. The apparitions of the elder instructors. Numerous guests have claimed to have seen the ghosts of former educators dressed in early 20th century garb. It is common to observe these ghosts strolling through the hallways, sitting in classrooms or standing by windows. A few have even gone so far as to say they had communicated with these ghosts, only to discover afterwards that the individual they had spoken to was not alive. Spots of cold and invisible forces. Numerous individuals have reported experiencing abrupt temperature changes while going through specific parts of the camp, especially in the older structures. The feeling of being observed or pursued by an invisible force is frequently felt in conjunction with these chilly areas. Some have even reported feeling as though unseen hands are tugging or pushing them, particularly in the hallways and stairwells. Individual meetings. The story of the camper. One night at Teachers Camp, a group of campers attending a session had a very unsettling encounter. They went to bed in their dorm after a full day of activities. They were startled awake at midnight by a quiet wail coming from the corridor. They got up to investigate, thinking it may be one of their other campers, but discovered the hallway was empty. The wailing became more intense as they went back to their mattresses, and soon they could hear footsteps shuffling, as if someone was going to walk right outside their door. The group discovered the following morning that while some campers had heard the same noises, no source had been identified. The spirit in the school. A teacher who was at Teachers Camp for a lecture related a terrifying experience she had in one of the old classrooms. One late evening, when she was going over her notes, she had a strange feeling that someone was standing behind her. She spun around to find an elderly-looking woman standing by the door, staring at her. The figure disappeared when the teacher blinked, leaving her by herself in the empty, chilly classroom. She still thinks she saw the ghost of a long-dead teacher who haunts the hallways. Teachers Camp is still a working training site for teachers, but it is also a place full of paranormal stories. Its hallways are still haunted by the headless priest, ghosts of former instructors, and other paranormal entities, giving visitors a terrifying experience. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, Baguio City's rich folklore has made the stories surrounding Teachers Camp an attraction for tourists and aficionados from all over the Philippines.